This is Nick Reich with Behind Bars Racing, Fordzilla. This last weekend we had an awesome racing adventure at Dresser, Wisconsin. The Minnesota Gophers put it on, and Dylan Schultz. It was a standalone event for bouncers, side-by-sides, and I don't know even what you call them. It's like these mini pre-runner trucks, these Rangers. So basically a tough truck, bouncer incorporated kind of together. It was pretty amazing. It was more geared towards the bouncers, and we really appreciate that and are very thankful of them guys putting it on. We had a decent crowd for the weather that it showed, and I think the overall event turned out pretty good. Really excited for the next one, and kind of want to pack the doors on that. We had a lot of fans show up, 30, 40 fans that came down to watch and help us, root us on. So really looking forward to next year. This is actually our second event this year racing at this park. This is a ski hill organization that does this kind of off-roading stuff in the summertime, which is pretty neat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, guys. Nick Reich here with Behind Bars Racing, Fordzilla. Filling you guys in on this past weekend's racing activities. We were racing in Dresser, Wisconsin. We had a race there that our Dylan Schultz put on and the club members of the Gophers. And it was a pretty awesome event. It was monster truck style. So start on, two racers start at a start line on the same course, going opposite directions. And you race back to your start. The first one across the line is the winner and moves on. Double elimination. Pretty neat. The course was extremely long, and it really was a tough course. The machine took a beating this weekend. We broke a rear 40 spline RCV axle. We also found out that we destroyed a U-joint. The U-joint did not fail, luckily. But you can see it did round off quite a bit.
Supposed to. That's bad. I hope we got them joints.
So going through this whole thing, we ended up pulling every axle on it, inspecting for cracks, spline twist, everything like that. We also changed out our rear end to a brand new diff just because we're going into finals. Noticed some shavings on the ring gear there on the old one, so didn't want to chance any of that. We are going to discharge and retune our struts all weekend. It was awesome. One of the cool things that I got to do this weekend was in a race scenario. I actually lost my first round at the Dresser race this weekend because I went the wrong way on the track. So happens. I only walked the track once. That's why I spent so much time walking the track. I didn't take it serious enough and bit me. So one of the cool parts about losing that first race is that put me in a loser's bracket, and I had to race a lot. I don't know the overall amount of times I had to race, but it was over 6 times. So I got a lot of seat time and really got to drive the car a lot. I had just enough time to make suspension adjustments constantly in between every race. So that was kind of cool. I'd run the race, full race pace, and then I'd hook my suspension up and just adjust it a completely different way. And I got to play with everything. And what I did find that was pretty neat is my setup, my suspension, it likes mid-travel. It likes half of the strut showing. That's its perfect where it rides the best and where it really performs the best. Half up travel, half down travel. So that I found, and it was a little tough because there was so much mud it was, I mean, the machine has been washed extensively for a couple hours, and you can see we still have to wash it some more. So also the other damage I found was my starter gear. I got a couple teeth chipped off, so we're going to change that out. We got the new U-joint in there. Dennis has been going through it. As far as I know, we haven't found any loose bolts or anything, but my gosh, it really took a beating. I believe we ran 10 gallons of fuel through this thing, which that's a lot. I think the course, if I had to guess, I would assume that the course was around a mile long. So it was a pretty long course. And other than that, I don't know. Looking forward to finals. It was a great thing. I did break that rear axle about I raced 3 times. So the last 3 races I had a broken axle in the rear. I was not able to pull off a first place, but I was able to pull off a pretty solid second place. So kudos to Brody and Landon. They worked hard and worked their way all the way up through the bracket to take first and third, and that's pretty awesome of those boys. They got some very capable machines and just keep getting faster. So tires perform good in the mud. We used a new product, pretty neat. It's a chemical you spray on the tires, and what this chemical does is it makes mud and water not stick. So something that was pretty neat is that, I mean, I was literally racing in some areas, it was a foot and a half deep, muddy, sandy stuff, and every time you'd pin it, and the tires would be clean. It was kind of neat. Supposedly it's a traction device that makes the tires clean out better, so it seemed to work. So that's kind of a neat technology and something that we're working with. They're a sponsor of ours. I can't really think of anything else. I want to give a shout out to Brannick and RCV. I spoke with both of them over this broken axle, and both of them were more than willing to help me. I really appreciate their support and what they do for me. When you race at this level and this much a year, you can't do it without companies like that. There's really nobody that can just drop what they're doing and build you something that you need instantly. And I'm extremely thankful to have Brannick and RCV helping me and be there to get my back. If I would have needed an axle, they would have both really helped me. Fortunately, I had spares, and it wasn't that big a deal. And obviously, we're going to warranty the one that broke. So appreciate you guys, and looking forward to this. Looking forward to the season finals here at Wildcat.